Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will do question 2 here, okay? Ever have a question 2? How'd you get volume, lads? Volume, what you do? How'd you get volume of something? Length by width by height. So what's 10? So how'd you do 10 by 4 by 2? What you get? Anybody? 80 centimeters cubed. Everybody right with that? Now, when you're doing the next one, you're doing what's called surface area. Okay, and for those of you that are absent, how many sides of a box is there? Can anybody tell me? How many sides of a box is there? 6. It's a bit like a dice. There's 6 sides, okay? See this side here that I'm shading in black? That's at the front and at the back. So what's the area of this one? The black one. Can anybody tell me? 10 by, which is 20. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is going to shade in the red one. The red one is the same as the right and the left. And what's the size of the red one? 2 by, which is 8. The red one is 8. Okay? Is everybody on board so far? Okay. Now what about the top one that will colour in green? Ever see the green one? What size is the green one? Anybody tell me? 10 by 4, which is 40. So if I want to find the surface area, what do? I do 20 plus 8 plus 40. And that's only 3 sides, isn't it? So I have to multiply the answer by what? 2. Because when I multiply the answer by 2, I add in the other 3 sides that I'm missing. I get 136 centimeters. So, question 4. The diagram shows a rectangular box partially filled with cubes of side 1. How many more cubes are required to fill the full box? Oof, okay, that's interesting. How many cubes do we have? 1, 2, 3. Would you all agree that the 4th one on the bottom is out of view? Can everybody agree with that? We can't actually see the 4th one because it's underneath. 5, 6, 7, how many more? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now what's the size of 1 cube? Can anybody tell me? 1 centimeter. 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1. 1 centimeter cubed. So would you currently agree that we have 12 centimeters cubed? How do we know we have 12 centimeters cubed? Because how many boxes do we have? 12. Okay. We all good, SD? Yeah? Alright. Now, I'm going to do the size of this box. 5 by 4 by 5. What's the volume of this box? Would everybody agree the volume is 100? 100 centimeters cubed. I've already filled it full of 12 centimeters cubed. So how much centimeters cubed are left? Anybody? Would you all agree there's 88 centimeters cubed left over? That's 88 boxes, isn't it? It's 88 cubes, right? So we need an extra 88 cubes to fill up the full thing. Who got that? So we've done 3 and 4 so far. Now I'm going to do parts 2 and 3 on question 6. So here we go. So it's asking me for the surface area or the volume. Can anybody tell me? Surface area or volume? Volume. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to chop this into 2 separate boxes. Agreed? So here's what we're going to do first. I'm going to get rid of the top box like it doesn't even exist. Right? So I'm going to get my old Tipex here. Okay, and here we go. I don't know what's going on there. Sorry, I'm on arrow. So let's try this again. Okay. So we're going to Tipex this out. Here we go. Bye bye. Now, what's going on there? Now, is everybody happy with this box? We're concentrating on this box at the moment. Is that all right? What's the volume of that box? Can anybody tell me? What's the volume of it? What's the length? What's the width? And what's the height? 2. So what's 14 by 8 by 2? 224 centimeters cubed. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to bring my old box back, yeah? Get rid of this line here. Now, what am I going to do now? I'm going to tip X out the bottom box, haven't I? Bottom box no longer going to exist, we're hoping. Okay, so I'll go in here, get my pen just for your visual help. Okay, and we'll just get my tip X and we'll go for it here. Okay, I think you get the gist. Okay, now what size is this one? How do we know the height? Oh, we know the depth is 8, do we? I rubbed that out, didn't I? So, oh, that's the wrong color. Right, so it's 8. So what are we going for? 6 by 8 by 3. And what's 6 by 8 by 3? 444? 44. Now what am I going to do about answers? Add them together. What happens when you add both answers together? 368 centimeters cubed. Now, alright guys. Now, what do we get here, guys? We're going to do the same trick with this one, aren't we? So what do we think we should do here? Anybody tell me? I'll just tip X out the bottom one, will I? So I think what I'll do is I will get the old tip X, and I think I'll do this. Okay, so what's left there then? What do we think? 4 by 7 by 10. So what's 4 by 7 by 10? 280 centimeters cubed. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab that. I'm going to move it up here. Okay, and then I'll rub out a bit more. Oh, wrong color. Come on, you. Okay. So what's left then on the bottom one, guys? What size do we think this is? What size do we think it is? 9 by 4 by 7, and what you get? 252. Add them together. Now, 1 red line, 2 red lines, 3 red lines, 4 red lines, 5 red lines, 6 red lines, 7 red lines, 8 red lines. That's 8 multiplied by 2. Next, we're going to count up blue lines. 1 4, 2 4s, 3 4s, 4 4s. 4 by blue. And then I'm going to count up my green lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 3. And what I should get here is I get 16. I get another 16. Don't know what happened there. Another 16. And then I get 12. Combine that to get 44 meters. 44 multiplied by 1280. Anybody? Did you get an answer? Oh, I forgot 2 of them, did I? Thank you. I forgot an extra 4, and I also forgot an extra 3. So I forgot 7 meters. So it's not 44, it's actually, we got 51. Yeah, 51 by 1280. Good man. What you get? Anybody at all? 652? Point what? Find A. Okay. To get the volume of a box, you multiply the length by the width by the height. What's A times 3? 24. And multiply by A? 24A. 24A must be 120. So what does A have to be then? 120 divided by 24, and the answer is 5. You cool with that? Right, I'll do part 3 as well. What do we do for part 3? 14 multiplied by 8 multiplied by C. What is 14 times 8? Is it 112? 112C equals 2,240. What do I do with the 112? Divide it in. And what happens? What do I get for C? C is 20 centimeters. What we're saying is that a cube has 6 sides. Okay? And we divide 216 by 6 to find out the area of one side, which is 36. We now know that the area of one side is 36. But we also know that the length and the width are the same thing. So we do the square root of 36 to give us 6. Each length is therefore 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6. The volume is length by width by height. Do not underestimate putting the formula down. You get marks for putting the formula down, even if you have nothing else to write sometimes. Then 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6, which is 216 cm cubed. And you're done. Would you all agree we have a cube? So I'll just draw myself a picture of a cube. And Control D. And here's what we're looking at. This one, this one, this one. Now we're going to call this length X. Is that okay? Would you agree that the lengths are all the same? Yeah? Or if you want, I'll call it a different letter. I'll call it L. Okay? L, L, L. Would you all agree it's L multiplied by L multiplied by L is 64? Everybody agree with that? We ever agree that L to the power of 3 is 64? When I multiply L by itself 3 times, the answer is 64. Does anybody know how to find what L is on its own? It's what's called cube root. Does anybody see this way of doing it? You need to find that button, cube root 64. So, when you're looking for the cube root, what you do is you press shift square root, you put the number 3 up here, and you put 64 in here. And the answer is 4. This means 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 will actually give you 64. Is that alright? Now, what's the surface area? Well, what's the area of one side, lads? What's the area of one side of the cube? 16. How many sides do we have? Think of a dice. How many sides do we have? So 16 multiplied by 6. Anybody? 96 centimeters.